Damn the torpedoes! These things are not nearly nuclear enough. And then the first mate says, "Zeroth mate, sir, these torpedoes are brand new and their effects are extremely clear." Oh, I guess that's all I had to say, so I'm gonna shut up forever now. Got it? Go. Good, because if you don't, I'm gonna punch you in the face so hard that you actually get shot. Like, not with an actual gun that I'm holding, but just, you know, you end up having been shot through some sort of time rift portal action, okay? Good, because I'm going to make a new game about time rift portals. I'm going to call it Time Rift Portal. And Valve's going to look kindly on me. I know you might be thinking, who or what is Valve? But don't you worry about it. The Time Rift has destroyed their reputation, so they don't exist anymore. But they did in my timeline. In your time... in your time... I probably watched some kid's show about horses. I mean... It's like, why aren't you stupid? You're crazy. Oh, hey guys, guess what? It's a dead bird over there. I'm gonna eat it and stuff it into my face because in this comedy show, we just kind of cut to stuffing turkeys' faces all the time. Oh, it's what's funny, and it's what's for breakfast. You know, 2-in-1 with the builder's efficiency and all that. Oh, I know you don't know who the builder is either. Don't worry. In my timeline, I did a builder thing. The whole thing was just absolutely idiotic. Don't even worry about it, okay? I think I'm gonna keep going with this extreme joke over here. What? What? I have to get over there. And you know what? It's super easy, but I keep forgetting how because it's so easy that I keep forgetting how. Wow, what? Oh, it's closed. I thought it was a cage with a lion in it, but it turns out I was lying. Huh! Corrugated. I like the detail in the edge about how it's corrugated, you know, because it's I think if you have corrugating, that could net you some better clock speeds with goodish power consumption. Anyways, oh yeah, you don't walk over the roof. That's right. Also, there's not where I'm going. It's too pink. I hate pink. It makes my fall off, okay? So just... don't... Oh yes, you go over here. That's right. Super easy. Super easy. Yes, it's just yarn, but you know, you gotta get your yarn counts up there so you could sew yourself a Superman sweater with a really different than it's supposed to be logo, but you know, your grandma made it for you, so that's kind of a reason for everything. You know, you're digging in the sandbox, you get to the sand that is no longer dry, and then you get to the sand that's literally a bunch of golden nuggets. Doesn't even matter. Your grandma made you your sweater, so everything is okay, right? I mean, when I was a kid, I never got busted for doing anything that wasn't okay because I did exactly what I was told, you know? One time, I was, you know, visiting with some... I missed my thing. Friggity friends, and they all started playing with a nuclear missile, and I said, didn't that babysitter person tell you not to play with a nuclear missile? And they didn't listen, so I walked all the way back home 10 miles to the babysitter place who had said this horrible thing, and I said, these kids are playing with a nuclear missile. So what should happen? And you said that shouldn't happen, so what should I do? And she said, go back and tell them sternly again that I told them not to. So I walked all the way back and said, hey, the babysitter person told you not to play with a nuclear missile, but sternly this time, and they still didn't listen. So I walked all the way back home, and I got offended while watching the Titanic during that Draw Me Like Your French Girls part when it came out, because I wasn't aware that I was now not supposed to do that, because I was like 11 or something. Jeez. Why was I watching that movie when I was 11? The whole thing is just a soppy love story, and seriously, I mean, yes, sure, Disney movies had soppy love stories, but, I mean, they had lions in them, so if there's enough roaring, I'm sure that, you know, you can forgive any kind of literal animals having a snuggling, making out session, but not quite, but near as damn it, you know? That's, I don't know, you know? It all sounds a bit strange to... Petrified cake. It's my favorite kind of cake. I know I'm missing something here, okay? I know I'm missing something here. That's why I'm hesitating around all the time, because it's a metaphor for my life, man. No, I'm like 110,000% freaking sure I'm missing. Then again, I could be wrong. But hey, whatever. This is not about playing the game. This is about me talking. Because for some reason I've done a lot for the thief community, but I don't even care because I'm an arrogant jerk and I just... I'm just trying to talk, and it's like, dude, I'm cutting because my talk is not interesting enough, and I don't care about showing you a fan mission, and then, you know, somebody's under the impression that it's supposed to be useful, and so they post a comment saying useless, and I'm like, good goddamn, man, you're the only one that's realized that so far. Well done. I'm gonna give you a frickin' now. Hope you like it. You know, I mean, I have to bleep myself out, but then maybe I won't. Don't let the text go, okay? It's dead time. Nobody likes that. At least I don't. But this is just a figment of your imagination, okay? So don't nobody worry about that. I mean, I'm so lonely that I'm even willing to hurt myself to achieve my goals. It's probably some sort of extremely deep, profound metaphor. Also, those hearts were different, because every heart is different, you know? You wouldn't want to make out with a clone of yourself. Cut. You may notice some things are different. Don't anybody worry about that, okay? The cute little bow ruined my cute little day. Also, it just hit me. I'm in this level. I mean, it didn't hit me yet, but it just hit me. And this well, you know, it's this level. I don't really know what more I need to say. But, meh. Yeah, when you don't know, you just say, I'm a little purple yellow dog. And everybody understands, man, with their great big compassionate eyes. Because compassion is something that I sort of have a fetish for, but it's not really going to work out in real life. If you get what I'm saying, that is. Because I'm kind of a jerk. And why shouldn't I be a jerk? I'm kind of really angry and annoyed that I haven't got what is my due. So basically, I'm entitled as well. But, you know, again, why shouldn't I be? I don't even want an answer to that. I'm asking you so that you can pretend that there's no answer, and so that I can feel like, you know, I'm justified in my entitledness. Because, if we're being honest here, we're all gonna die someday, so we might as well just do exactly what we don't want all the time out of total fear that we're gonna get disavowed by our parents, even though we're 31 years old. It's pretty amazing. Oh, wait. I just had a flashback to remembering this part. I know. Useful! And anyway, you know, I was looking up cars so I could buy a car because I know in your dimension I said... Yeah, I'm not going anywhere with that. So I was looking up cars to buy a car, and one of them was like, I like this car, it's the one I want, but it's cheap, so I'm not going to get it because cheapness is suspicious. And then I saw another car, I'm like, well, I want this one, but it's too expensive. And, you know, really what I want is a car that is like super pearl white with not a trace of any other color, and blonde hair, and headlights that are that sort of weird French yellow color that they used to have on Citroëns and all that stuff. You know what I'm talking about. That's really the thing I want, because in these strange times we have to like rebel against diversity by pretending we hate it and like being really idiotic, and, you know, and be kind of like, well, I hate those other political guys because they're assholes, and I'm not even gonna ask about their point of view because I already know it's wrong, because I too also know how it is. Yeah, hey, guess what? I'm gonna use the word a priori now. Are you ready? A priori. Oh man, it feels so exciting. But isn't. It just feels like it is. It's a trick, you know? A fraud, an illusion. Because we know that also and don't need to look at evidence either. Oh, evidence is everything in court, Mr. Nick. Good thing this is the baseball diamond. Oh, hey, I'm over here now. So anyways, as I was saying, cars are extremely genderful, because, you know, you don't want to be driving a chick car, okay? You have to make sure when you're purchasing an automobile, you might think that the important thing is to get Carfax or CarProof and to take it for a pre-purchase inspection, but actually the thing that you really want to make sure of before you get to any of that stampeding is that, you know, I'd already forgotten. But I'm sure that you can remember if you just believe in your dreams and don't let Nump Dandy tell you how to use your lawnmower. Oh yes, make sure it's not a car for females or for young chickens. You know, either way, you don't want it. And the only way to come to this answer is through debate. So go onto a car forum and debate with a straight face whether a vehicle is a chick car or not. You will be all the better for it, and I will receive my payment from the Ridiculous Assertion Society for making someone make a ridiculous assertion, okay? Okay. Because you don't want to find a lipstick dispenser, you know, in your Honda Prelude is all I'm saying. And it's only certain models that have it, but those that do have it, they just keep coming back even if you remove it. You know, it's kind of like that Cursed car where the dead guy kept coming back even if you remove him. It's like a dead guy, but it's a lipstick dispenser, and I think we can all agree that's even worse in this day and age when it's so scary that we can be, you know, fluid and not give a shit with our gender that we have to, like, go back to the 50s, which didn't even exist. The 50s didn't exist, okay? It's a conspiracy. And make sure not to freak me out when I'm being very, very bad at saying something simple, because then I'm gonna yell at you and everything's gonna get all bad. Got it? Good. I'm not gonna say it again. I am, however, gonna probably say a whole bunch of things that make a good deal less sense than that, but it'll be the first and only time. I don't think I have any sort of catchphrases or repeated things that I say. Pretty sure, pretty sure, pretty sure, pretty sure. God, you're sure, darling. Okay. Darling's not the tastiest kind of tea. Well, I guess I'm not. Hey! No, I totally was. No. No, yes, no, yes, yeah, Hey, guess what? Bigfoot, he doesn't exist. I mean, I guess, you know, you can't prove that there is not a person with big enough feet to have gained the nickname Bigfoot. In fact, that's probably semi-likely as compared to many other things. That would be scary, so it doesn't happen. Okay, good. Hop. Oh man, I got them all. It's the conductor and Gru's big dream. So it's basically two friends, Celestia and Luna. One controlled the sun and one controlled the moon. And then there was a third invisible one who controlled the tumbleweed. And she became very jealous looking at these two who controlled both of the things that people cared about. No one cared about poor old Tumbleweedia. So she got on TV and became a star and held up her material possessions in order to try to make her soul feel less empty. But the other people also got jealous of her supposed not emptiness. Little did they know it was all a lie. Then they decided to rent her old abandoned house that she left behind because it wasn't expensive enough. They fought over it. And then they fought some more over it. And at the end, hey, gambling! Blueberry pie. Yeah, nothing's as good as Link color, though. Also, nice, probable V-Sync artifact or something like that there. Good. Now, you may wonder why I have only 11 now instead of 12. Don't worry about it. They moved a rift from their mailroom to some other place later on, so don't nobody worry about that. It's blueberry pie, but I prefer Link. Where's Link? Oh, there we go. This is the good mint. Not the weird, 1967 Chevrolet Impala mint, but the good mint. Got it? Filler text, contractual obligations. I think I'm not legally allowed to sign a contract. Also, your mouth is square and then pointy. I don't know if it's supposed to look like a half moon with a square on it, or a sickle with a square on it, or a mouth with a half moon on it, or... Hey, whatever. It's Subcon Forest. Hey, you can just kind of... just... go and drive your chick car around. I will have nothing to do with it, okay? I am a hat kid, and I will drive a great big enormous truck because I'm from Detroit, okay? And Detroit builds the best automobiles by building factories on the river and dumping fairy dust into it, okay? This is definitely what we do. We've paid our marketing agency $500 million to say it, and do you think we'd spend that kind of money on a lie? I mean, it wouldn't even be worth it. Okay. Okay. Everybody is okay. This tree, it's got a vine going up it. You could use it to strangle yourself if you're into that. I mean, who am I to say? Perhaps people are into jumping into an automobile and then getting strangled before they can go anywhere. I like cars. This has been brought to my attention recently in real life by someone who was, you know, teasing me about liking cars, TM. I think that's probably not the bestest way to phrase it, but, you know, and I was just like, yeah, dude, I like cars and I want every car in the world. And then I discovered, to my horror, what it was like to have every car in the world and realized that it was so cheap to pay for insurance and maintenance on all of them that I realized I really should have got some worse quality cars in the world. But unfortunately, I just got a bunch of model cars that sit on the shelf and do nothing, so I didn't have to pay any money ever, and it was really frustrating. Well, maybe I should stop making fake videos then. What the hell do you even do here? Oh, okay. This is supposed to be easy, because you do it the first time, it's brutal. You do it the second time, it's easy. That's how it works. Ready your protonic blasters. You remember the amazing crash dummies, or was it the Incalculably crash dummies? Remember those things from when everyone was a kid? You remember those, the amazing, incredible crash dummies? Well, okay, so that's the first time I heard the phrase crash dummy, and I thought it was just some weird guy who looks like a weird thing called a crash dummy for no reason because he gets flung off a roof. And then I heard there's this band called the Crash Test Dummies, and I couldn't figure out why the word test was in the middle. It seemed like some sort of strange interjection, like, what's your band name? Well, we're the Crash Test Dummies. Sorry, I have Tourette's. Relevant, I'm sure. This is the kind of information you'll need to ask your prospective owner when you sell your computer for $50 what you paid $10 million for, and it's quite a sad state of affairs. But you know, you gotta keep the economy going by throwing a lot of things away and making people buy stuff they don't even want. It's a very smart system, and you know, a lot of very smart people, or at least people who claim to be very smart but are suspiciously, you know, it's that word that I've got for people that there's really no other word to describe, have claimed that it is the best system, and we're not to argue with them. So, because clearly the only alternative is communism, and that's even worse. So clearly we can't think of any third alternatives here because, shh, we don't want nobody to know. We're comfortable up in this place. Wow, I'm pretending to know about politics, pretending to know about economics. Next thing you know, I should pretend to know about eating feces, because that's another thing that's just as bad. Oh! Oh. Yeah, well, I guess I don't care about Hat Kid hearing me now. Honestly, she's got to grow up in this place. She's a hero. She's got to realize that feces is a thing that exists, and you just got to deal with it. It may not be pleasant, but wow. See, it's that cloud from that one picture by beautiful pony art drawer supreme Rain Gear, where he drew the smog, the haze, the fields, the blaze. Pretty sure that's what he drew. Okay, I'm in that, and it's good because it's beautiful. What is up with you? Oh, I got a permanent scooter, do I? Well, I don't need that ever. Pretty sure. And you know, I don't need the ear pluggy badge either because my right ear is rather plugged. And you know, at first I thought Maximum the Hormones Yoshu Fukushu was just mixed in the left ear. No, I didn't think that. I'm not that stupid, okay? But it is a good album. Maximum the Hormone, good band. They play every kind of music smashed together. It's really, really, really amazing, and it makes me put some really weirdly done punk songs on my new album about great big, dark-colored truck-like automobiles. Definitely not chick cars. You can tell because their engines sound like a frickin' tractor. Yeah, hey you, I don't care about you. Gotcha. Anyways, you know, because You have these old Ford automobiles that are super glamorous, and they're like, the wonderful new world of Fords. They're all very white, and so are we. And everything's like, you know, oh, singing, and then you get in, you start them up, and they're like, and everyone's like, oh, that good old V8 rumble. I'm like, yeah, that V8 rumble sounds ridiculous. It's like, honestly, it's like if Andrea Libman opened her mouth and said a word and she sounded like James Earl Jones when she talked and you didn't expect it. You know what I'm saying? Good. What am I even doing? There's fire everywhere. No, I was born after the good old V8 rumble was not really a thing anymore, and so to me it sounds stupid and idiotic, and it might sound rather harsh, but if a car has engine noise, I'd rather it have a warm engine sound, like, you know, something from the early 90s when it was just like, yeah, that's exactly what it sounded like. Guess what? Not gonna sit down, because healthy is as moving around your face does. Oh, hey, you guys. I think I may be missing something. No, I'm not at all. Uh-oh. Anyways, that's what you do. This line, it's a magical line. It just kind of keeps stretching forever. It's meta. Because the first time I heard the word meta was with metadata on a web page. You know, back when web pages were just HTML and literally nothing else? And you'd have this meta tag up in the header that would contain tags about your page. And so I ended up thinking the word meta meant talking about itself. But actually the word meta means like outside of, so it's completely different, so I got confused. Oh, man. Grumph. Zodiac. The Zodiac. You know, the first time I heard the word Zodiac, it was that brand of inflatable dinghy. So when I heard about, you know, the astrological signs of the Zodiac, I'm like, so they took a registered brand name and called astrology by a registered brand name? Yeah, I really thought that, because I am I am that. And the first time I heard of Lord of the Rings was the Super NES game, and I thought it was rather mysterious and intriguing looking. And somebody mentioned the Lord of the Rings, I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen that game, have you beaten that game? And they probably looked at me with a strange face. Now you might think people cannot just remove their faces and make them strange, but let me tell you, that is completely and utterly not the truth. Well, good enough. Hey, it's Yarn again. I'm already cold, man. I don't need this, okay? Hat Kid here does not have the problem of her, you know, left side of her face getting freezer burn whenever she goeth out to... Oh, hey, what's wrong with you?
Hello there! You didn't forget about me, did ya? What's up? You working on any contractual obligations lately? You better be. Remember our little deal? Check it out!
Yeah. I just had to have that part played because it was funny. It was funnier than me, and that's quite a difficult proposition, I know. You might think nobody is funnier than me, unless you're some hater troll.
We want to die. Yay!
Hey, you said it, not me. I ain't gonna get in trouble for this one. No, is this... Oh, it is breakable. Jeez, I almost didn't see that. Oh. I need more exercise, or... That guy got sucked into a painting. Oh, made my day. My day was not manufactured yet, but that was the fairy dust river dump of all time. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Hey, it's got some pathways. 2 pathways. Walking together like they're one pathway. Now, look. Real talk here. I know that at some point in the past, I may have said something like, Steven Universe, well, you know, I tried watching it, and I watched a few episodes, but, you know, it just was kind of terrible for me. It was a little bit awful for my taste, yeah. it just kind of sucked really, really bad. And Steven is annoying, and Pearl is the fun police, and Garnet is just kind of there, and Amethyst is amazing, and really, I just decided not to watch it because it was awful. Well, don't worry, I've gone back in time and slapped myself till I die, so there's no problem, okay? Don't even worry. It's just... Thanks a lot, bucko. It is... It is far more interesting than, you know, watching a royalty who can't act. What? Severely more so. Like, for real talk here. I don't know. Good enough. Oh, hey, it's a thing I don't even care about. Collectathons. They are the anti-progress. They're young regressives. They're regressives because they're young and, you know, whatever. Hey, you know, because some people, believe it or not, such as myself, really are thin-skinned. And, you know, a lot of people are like, hey, grow a thicker skin. And to me, that's kind of like saying grow a pair of antlers. You know, it's just as idiotically annoying sounding because you can't. Like, how do you mean grow a thick skin? I mean, the only thing I can think of is I'm not able to... What on earth? It's just going to a bunch of places where people are going to stab me emotionally a bunch, which I've tried, and all it does is just make me hurt even more. So, like, please don't be so arrogant in assuming that people are just trying to be disingenuous and annoy you. People are different, and people have feelings, and it's really annoying to me that people pretend not to, and not to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I mean, what is more likely, that someone's literally stupid, or that you just don't understand them? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I mean, if somebody talks shit about you, it's because they're ignorant about you, but if you talk shit about someone else, it's because they're stupid! Oh. Yeah. Hey, guess what? I don't have to care about the swear. Because I'm not getting paid for these videos, because it's not monetized anymore. Yeah, you know, because monetization of videos is just a needless temptation. It just makes me sit around for like 10 months while I get to $100, and nobody wants that. Hey, guess what? I'm retreading the same land all over the place. You're not going to sell me the helicopter badge. There's no helicopter badge, kids. You can keep up your search for Luigi and SM64 that you're still doing, undoubtedly, because there's no helicopter badge here. Oh, wow. Oh. Hey, guys. Painting is just right there. I know. I knew it. You're welcome, you suicidal, beautiful... people, well, but I can't remember what the Japanese word is. I just read it and it just sounds like because I'm a ferner. Fur on top of my head is growing rather long. I think I might have a problem. I don't understand what this fur on top of my head that's growing super long is. I mean, I could cut it, but is that gonna hurt? It might be horrific. Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it anyways. You're awake from your nightmare, Harmon. PDAs are no longer the technological tour de force they once were. They'll only keep getting older.